Hey fam, so I just literally finished up my Solid Money Mastermind. It was a 3 month, 90 days of wow, just meeting with these amazing women, entrepreneur women who were on a mission, right, to expand, grow, or start businesses offline. So I call it Silent Money because Silent Money is, you know, positioning your brand and marketing your brand offline where you don't have to be on social media. Because what I'm really big on is doing things different. And I'm going to show you guys, matter of fact, let me show you real quick that a lot of people, I shared this with my client, my students tonight, and a lot of people wouldn't even believe that this statistic is true, right? Because let me go back. Because we think that, like all entrepreneurs, that our audience is online. So entrepreneurs feel like as soon as they start a business, right, we think, you know what? I need to go and hop online. I need to go hop on Instagram. I need to go and hop on social media. I was even in a business group, a very popular group, and somebody hopped in there and talked about if if someone thinks that they don't need social media to build a business, they're fooling themselves. And I'm out here thinking about my businesses that are fully run. I will never promote. I have two businesses that I will never, ever, ever promote on social media. Like you'll know, because I don't want to confuse my audience, right? My audience on social media knows me as a business coach and a brand manager, right? And to release the chains and all that, right? Like I don't want to confuse them with my other companies that are scaling and doing just fine, right? And so I shared this statistic with my students tonight. A recent study found that 84% of consumers prefer to receive information about products and services through offline channels, right? And you wouldn't even think this because everybody runs to, social media. So I didn't even know, and this is my fault, and please forgive me. I am usually really prepared for my classes that I do, and I rarely do these types of classes, but I did a virtual 90-day mastermind called Silent Money. And 2 weeks ago, I wasn't able to teach live because I was sick. I wasn't feeling well. I had a migraine, and then 3 days later, I got strep throat. So I was like out of it for like a week. And so that was the second to last class, but I did send some video content. I sent a course for them on consultations that convert, right? So I made sure they had some good stuff, some homework, etc. And so then tonight I came on, and it was our last class, but it was perfect because I was able, this last session was on marketing, right? Actually marketing online. We had already talked about a whole bunch of things like let me go back, like these things here, right? I had already taught them on connectors, like unique ways companies have used offline marketing, right? And when I say companies, what I was saying is my company and the way that we've been helping our clients over the last since 2013 position their brands offline and make money offline and create a buzz offline and build their brand equity offline, et cetera, et cetera. So I had already did a training on connectors. And so connectors is basically tapping into your audience of people who can connect you to people. So we talked about the strategy of that today. Live events, I gave them strategies and techniques on that. Radio, TV, podcasts. These are ways for you offline to generate income. Billboards, great way to do. One of my clients, she actually owns a book publishing company, and part of her packages is to promote the books in Times Square in Atlanta and in Los Angeles and Vegas, on billboards. Like these things still work. And so we talked about metrics and tracking these different ways of marketing our businesses offline. Direct mail. I love direct mail. I have filled my conferences sold out conferences from direct mail because what I did was I created this flyer, right? Created this flyer. It's the same on both sides. I printed like 5,000 of these for like 250 bucks, right? Mind you, it's 250 for one seat, okay, for this particular event. And then I put them in these envelopes, right? And then I had, we wrote the names and addresses by hand, personalized it, right? See that? Let me make it bigger. All right, so this is flyers that we would send out in the envelopes, right? These were the envelopes. And if I was to get from direct mail, offline marketing, right? From warm leads, okay? People that already know who RE Squires is. So they're gonna open this. You understand? You get this in your mailbox. You gonna open this. You get what I'm, you gonna want to see what this is, right? Because people don't open emails. Like I get at least 30 emails a day and I'm just swipe, delete, swipe, delete, swipe, delete, swipe, delete. A lot of times people aren't opening emails, but when you send your customer, your ideal customer, something like this in the mail, there's 100% guarantee that they're going to open this. You know what I'm saying? 100% guarantee. So anyway, so I talked to them, gave them strategy on that, gave them strategy on sponsorships, and partnerships, right? And it was just so fun to go through these different, scenarios. I have the 3 T's in brand planning and marketing, and that's, time, your time, team, and technique, right? And so we went over these things. And so it was just so exciting to go through. But one of the main things was at the very beginning, when I started working with my students 3 months ago, I had really helped one of the ladies in particular identify what she was doing and what her next level looked like in her business, right? And it was the clarity in knowing what that looks like and what those next steps that I need to take and what that looks like. And a lot of times we have to talk that through with the professional, someone who can easily see marketing messages, who can easily see branding and positioning and brand equity. And that's me, right? Like this, like tonight's class was so fun because I love marketing. It comes easy for me. You ask me anything about marketing, I'm all over it. Like I'm killing it. Like I have idea after idea, as you can see, offline ideas, online strategy as well, right? But being strategic. And I was talking to them too about how, and I'll go back to my student and what she was able to accomplish from getting that clarity. But let me say this real quick, that a lot of entrepreneurs, including myself, we start out and we just wing it. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally just like wing it. Like we just, every day, we just, you know what I mean? Just putting ourselves out there. And a lot of us online, I see it all the time because this is what I do and I study markets, right? And I study marketing and I study trends and things like that. A lot of us are doing the same things that everybody else is doing. You get what I'm saying? So we get lost in the sauce because there is no strategic planning. There is no time put in. There is no team, the right team, contractors, whatever the case may be. And there is no technique, right? And I get it. I did it too. I did it. I had no business plan when I started my dance school. I've been an entrepreneur over 20 years. I ain't do none of that. But then I realized I had too many highs and lows in my business. It was just too much high, low, good months, slow months, good, and I still have good months and slower months, but never slow months, right? But I do have, I remember I had moments when first I was broke. I'm talking about I didn't know how anything was going to get paid, right? So I've been there, like I get it, I understand it, but that was because I was just winging it. I didn't have no time, I didn't put in no time, team, and technique, right? So anyway, we have to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because every successful business that you support, whether it be Chick-fil-A, whether it be your favorite doctor or dentist, your favorite store, your favorite restaurant, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, Home Goods, they have strategic plans in place that their whole team puts in the time to position so that the company thrives, scales, and makes money, right? Continuously and sustains this high income brand, right? And so I was able to go through that. But back to my student, and then I'll finish because I just want to come on here and just say how excited I am about these 3 months and how the aha moments that were shared just makes me feel so good knowing that I'm walking 100% in my purpose. And it just feels so good to be a part of someone's legacy that they're going to leave to their family. It feels so good, so refreshing. I just feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's my purpose. I want to be a part of, you know, bridging this wealth gap. You know what I'm saying? Amongst Black people. Like, I want us to get a piece of it. And I know that entrepreneurship is a great way to make as much money as you pretty much want to make as long as you put in the time, get the right team, and do the techniques, right? I know that for a fact because my story. I was homeless, sleeping in the back of rental cars, not even my own car, because I couldn't afford my own car, sleeping in the back of some dude's car that liked me and he let me borrow it for the night, and I just wouldn't bring it back. I was bad. I was doing stuff I had no business doing at a young age. Incarcerated in and out of jail, broke. I'm talking about when I met my husband, I literally had $5 and it was 5 ones to my name. Thank God for the dollar menu back then at McDonald's. Just a hot mess, and to still be able to come out of that and then help other people who may not be in the same situation, but they have a dream like I did. They had a dream to excel in something, to create their own reality. I've been able to travel anytime I want. If I want to hop up and go to St. Thomas right now, I can. If I want to go to Costa Rica, which I am actually, I was telling my husband this morning, I need to go to Costa Rica. No, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go. I was like, I need a vacation. Like, I just need to be somewhere where I could just be creative and not work for like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, I don't want to go to Costa Rica, and I can literally go tomorrow or the next day if I wanted to. And my business won't skip a beat because I have the right teams in place, right? So anyway, but to come from that, um, I understand. You get what I'm saying? I understand where a lot of entrepreneurs, and then in my journey of leveling up, and scaling, I've been there. I am there. I'm still scaling. Now it's 8 figures is the goal. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I can relate to all levels of it, pretty much. Not all levels, of course, but a wide range of levels. So back to my student, and then I promise I'm done. But because she was able to get that clarity for me and, narrow down where she's going and how she's going in that message and that brand story, she was able to book herself on Good Morning America live in the studio in New York, and she lives in Florida. That's pretty amazing. Do you know how big her platform is about to grow from that? For various reasons, right? For various reasons. And she did this offline, not online. I love online, don't get me wrong. You have to have an online presence. I get that. Like, you have to. But it should be a Googleable, what I call it, a Googleable online presence. When I Google you, I want to see that other entities, especially the media, see all these media places down here, and I have way more, has interest in you. This is one of the techniques of silent money, right? I want to see that they think highly enough of you to bring you on to their audience. You get what I'm saying? That's positioning. That's brand equity, baby. That's, I can charge more for my services. That's today's price is not yesterday's price. You get what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I do for my clients, right? No matter where they are, okay, in their journey. And so for her to finally get that clarity and share that with us tonight on this last and final day of our 90 days of silent money masterminding. It's been incredible. Those women were just amazing. I know some of them may not partner, but I know that they're going to continue to support each other. I know they're going to rise. We got some stuff coming out of this. Like I'm just, and it's crazy to see that because I had an idea to bring, entrepreneurs together in this virtual space all across the United States and for us to meet every other week and learn and grow and support and really support one another. It just makes me feel amazing. So eventually I'll do another one. Probably not 2022 because I got so much going on. And I got a mastermind and conference I'm doing in South Africa. I usually take off. I have some really good news I'm about to break, personal news I'm about to break as soon as I'm able to. And I just got some things that I'm working on. I brought on 6 new brand management clients. And I gotta, get them on their way, but I feel good. So when you feel a pull to walk and breathe and in your purpose, do it no matter what it looks like, no matter what that looks like. You can get tips and I share all kind of stuff in my book, Release the Change. It's on Amazon, I think, but it's definitely on my arisquires.com website. That is a book that I wrote in 2014. I will be doing part 2 in 2024. I've already started working on my Release the Change, the second, because so much has happened since I wrote that book, because that was my journey. I talked about the incarceration and the homelessness and the drugs and, all of the stuff. All of the stuff that got me to that point. You get what I'm saying? And then from that point, from 2013, when I released the book, I wrote the book in 2013 and released it in 2014. So much has happened since then. So much. So much in my personal life. I had a baby. I had a baby during that time too. So much. Falling out with my daughter and us coming back together stronger than ever. Trips and developments and financial gains, real estate gains, mistakes. So much has happened. Lessons, blessings. So much has happened since then. So I've started to write the book. But at the end of it all, guys, I stayed true to who I was. Never tried to be anything else. Stay true to my cussing self, my I don't give a fuck self, I'm trying not to curse on YouTube. My put up with no mess self, but then my nice self, my caring self, my keeping it real and empathizing and understanding self as well. My go-getter self, all I stayed true to RV throughout this whole process. And I stayed true to my purpose of wanting to create a legacy in my own home amongst my own family and future grandchildren, right? Like that was important to me, to be an example for my children, right? And my nieces and nephews and cousins, to be an example. Like that was important for me, primarily my 2 children. And we've done that. My daughter has purchased her first home at 25, investment property. She lives on one side and rents out the other, and her mortgage is free, right? At 25. So the legacy is being created. That was number 1, but then also to be a part of the legacy of other Black families by stepping out and being a business coach and providing strategy that comes easy for me. So easy for me because it's my gift, right? And being a part of the change that I want to see in the world, of helping people release their mental, emotional, financial, and generational change, y'all. So I'm feeling amazing right now. I feel on top of the world right now. And it's because of these students and my clients who are feeling good, feeling confident, making strides, making money, creating legacy, living out loud, laughing out loud. It feels good to be a part of that process. So I thank you guys. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. I love my YouTube family. I want to grow this more. I want to come here more often because I love it here. So thank you. Please share, please subscribe, please hit that like button, right? Thank you guys. Peace.